Advice 4. Should you put all your eggs in one basket? The saying "don't put all your eggs in one basket" has been around for centuries, emphasizing the importance of diversification. In the context of investing, this advice suggests that spreading your investments across different assets can help mitigate risk. However, legendary investor Warren Buffett challenges this conventional wisdom. He recommends a different approach: put all your eggs in one basket and watch that basket closely. So, how do we reconcile this apparent paradox? The idea of diversification is well known. By placing eggs in multiple baskets, even if one basket falls, the other eggs remain intact. This strategy is particularly useful in the stock market. But why would Buffett advocate for concentrating eggs in one basket? His point is not to invest in just one company's stock, but rather to follow a principle of focused investing. Instead of excessive diversification, he suggests less is more. Consider my friend, a staunch believer in risk diversification. Despite having only a modest capital of $500,000, he invested in a dozen or more stocks. To avoid overlooking any, he meticulously recorded them in a notebook, color-coding their performance like a meticulous shopkeeper tracking inventory. Each day, he checked prices, marking rising stocks in one color and falling or stagnant ones separately. His system seemed organized. When asked why he held so many stocks, even in companies he didn't fully understand, he replied with a smile, "Diversification theory. Don't put all your eggs in one basket." His response had some merit. Later, as the stock market surged from around 6,000 points, I assumed he'd made substantial gains. However, to my surprise, he looked dejected. In the bullish market, he missed the peak, and his diverse portfolio of over 20 stocks plummeted. Each stock sank, leaving him defeated. When the market reversed, he fled, defeated and disheartened. While diversification can indeed mitigate risk when done right, my friend's experience highlights a crucial point. Diversification doesn't always guarantee risk reduction. It can also disperse your capital and attention, ultimately diminishing returns. Buffett's alternative concentrated investing offers a better approach. It boils down to selecting a few stocks that consistently outperform the average over the long term. Focus your capital on these stocks, weather short-term market fluctuations, and aim for steady gains. Section 1. Putting all your eggs in one basket. Less is more. According to Warren Buffett, an ordinary investor only needs to hold stocks from 3 to 5 companies. His reasoning is based on common sense. The more stocks you own, the greater the likelihood of investing in companies you know little about. However, Buffett believes that deeper understanding and focused attention on a few companies lead to better results. He advises investors to follow Mark Twain's recommendation: put all your eggs in one basket and watch that basket carefully. Consider how many phone numbers you can remember. Most people can recall around 100. When you hold too many stocks, your attention becomes scattered, and you lose the feel for individual stocks. I emphasize the importance of staying attuned to stock movements and being able to control entry and exit points. Buying a wide variety of stocks, hoping to catch a few winners, is a common mistake among beginners. Instead, concentrate on 3 to 5 promising stocks, gradually expanding to 10 to 15 as you gain experience. Test your limits, but always stay within your comfort zone. Buffett humorously likens owning stocks to raising children. Don't have so many that you can't manage them. Amateur investors typically track 6 to 12 companies, and their portfolios should not exceed 5 companies at any given time. This approach, known as concentrated investing, avoids the pitfalls of excessive diversification. We advocate for focusing on the essential opportunities. Reasons why concentrated investing is advantageous. E. Limited attention. Everyone's energy is finite. Trying to master every industry and financial tool is challenging. Rather than spreading yourself thin, specialize in one area and become exceptional. R. Risk-return balance. Concentrating your eggs in one basket versus multiple baskets doesn't significantly impact risk and return. The key lies in the quality of each investment and your risk management abilities. 3. Familiarity. Investing in what you understand reduces risk. Stick to your expertise unless you see your industry declining or have a compelling reason to switch. 4. Seizing opportunities. Rather than wasting time and effort across various areas, focus on high-potential companies. If you invest $1,000 in a stock, your maximum loss is $1,000, but patience may yield a $10,000 gain. Buffett's investment strategy involves selecting outstanding companies. He analyzes their economic conditions and management quality, emphasizing intrinsic value over stock prices. His principles act as tools to evaluate investment opportunities. Remember, Buffett's portfolio rarely exceeds 12 stocks. As he quips, it's like the Chicago Bulls putting their maximum effort into Michael Jordan. Section R. Identifying outstanding companies. Concentrated investing requires careful stock selection. Long-term stability and competent management make certain companies stand out. These are the ideal candidates for concentrated securities investment. Their consistent performance in the past suggests future high returns. Focus on these gems, and remember, quality over quantity. Buffett's advice. Have the courage and confidence to allocate more than 10% of your net worth to each investment. Ideal portfolios shouldn't exceed 10 stocks, with each investment representing at least 10%. Concentrated investing isn't merely about evenly distributing capital among 10 good stocks. Some stocks will inevitably outperform others, requiring proportional allocation. In poker terms, when the odds are in your favor, bet big. Concentrate your investments on the highest probability events. Let's delve into the topic of concentrated versus diversified investment strategies. Section 3. The paradox of diversification. The saying "don't put all your eggs in one basket" is well known, especially in the context of stock market investments. However, here I'll argue in favor of concentrated investments, which might seem counterintuitive given the prevailing wisdom of diversification. Diversification and risk. Diversification aims to spread risk by investing in a variety of assets. For risk-averse investors seeking to protect their capital, diversification is crucial. But for those aiming to maximize returns, safety alone isn't enough. If your goal is wealth accumulation, concentrated investment can be more effective. Why? Because it increases your potential return on capital, potentially multiplying your gains. Warren Buffett's concentrated investment strategy is based on focused research and decision-making. In a world of limited time and resources, making fewer high-impact decisions can lead to better outcomes. It's akin to having one well-cared-for child, concentrated investment, versus many children, diversified investment, where attention is divided. Drawbacks of diversification. Insufficient understanding. Even with diversification, insufficient knowledge about the investment areas can increase risk. Diversification doesn't help if you don't understand what you're investing in. Limited attention. Managing too many stocks can overwhelm your capacity to monitor them effectively. Like juggling too many balls, you might drop some, or miss opportunities, while trying to keep them all in the air. Reduced returns. While diversification can reduce risk, it may also lower your overall return. Safety comes at a cost. Section 4. Risk control. Imagine your eggs in a basket. They need careful watching. If you concentrate your investments, you'll have ample time to manage your stocks. Following investment advice, managing your stocks becomes straightforward. Buffett focuses most of his energy on selecting stocks initially, then patiently waits. The early work, 80% effort, involves choosing the right stocks, while later, 20% effort, is spent monitoring them, often just enjoying their growth. Stock prices fluctuate, but long-term declines deserve attention. However, indifference won't suffice. Intervene when political events. Major political events can disastrously impact the stock market. Ignoring them is unwise. Management changes. Pay attention to shifts in company leadership. High-level changes can affect a company's future. Company transformations. Monitor significant adjustments, including strategic shifts, external investments, financial management, and cash flow changes. Industry shifts. Long-term investments require stable industries. Adapt if an industry trends toward obsolescence or emergence. Remember, investing is a long-term journey. Section 5. Practical analysis. Buffett's portfolio is simple yet reflects his steady investment style. His holdings are carefully chosen, and he holds them for years. What can we learn from his portfolio? D. Few stocks. Buffett holds only a handful of stocks each year, a rarity among investors. R. Consistent holdings. Many of his stocks are held year after year. 3. Focused industries. His investments are concentrated in familiar industries. Buffett's stocks weather downturns and outperform during upswings. His returns exceed the Dow Jones Index by 22%, with no losing years. His portfolio consistently rises even in adverse markets, demonstrating remarkable stability. Achieving this requires unwavering commitment and effort. Buffett's approach is even more concentrated. He focuses on intrinsic business value and purchase price. If a company's fundamentals remain strong, he holds indefinitely, benefiting from compounding retained earnings while avoiding tax erosion from selling. Consider Buffett's 1963 investment in American Express. Despite a scandal, he invested 40% of his assets, around $13 million, when the stock price dropped from $65 to $35. Within 2 years, it tripled, earning his partnership $20 million in profit. Our investments should emulate Buffett's simplicity and expertise, seemingly impossible but achievable. Remember, eggs are fragile, money is hard to find. Concentrated strength surpasses scattered abilities. Aim precisely. Aimlessness leads to self-sabotage.